All right. If you guys want to pull out your phones, you can tag me at Amari, you can tag him at Chief SBS, and we'll have a conversation. So we have 2 more people come up here. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so what's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight or this evening? You guys good? Yeah. Yes, awesome.
How y'all doing? Y'all look nice from here.
So I'm just gonna introduce our guest today. Well, actually, I'll let you introduce yourself. So this will kind of be like what we're doing an interview.
Yeah.
Just a little longer.
It's all good.
Yeah. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you guys for being here, for showing up. You guys can be anywhere tonight. Hopefully you get some value from this. Make sure you meet as many people as possible as well. Because the true connection lies out there. This is just a snippet of what's happening in the crowd, so,
Sure.
we're excited to be here. So I guess what we can do is, introduce yourself and tell people what you do.
So my name is Tyrell Brown, as Chief SBS on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. And what I do is I teach people how to legally rob the banks, how to get access to business funding, and be able to grow, scale, or start a business. Woo!
So what got you into this particular field of business and entrepreneurship?
So one of my very first deals, I started in e-commerce first. I made some money, and I wanted to get into real estate. And my very first real estate deal, I actually got beat for $63,000.
Wow.
And the reason I got beat is because I didn't really understand how to get money from like the banks. I didn't understand like hard money lending or private money loans or anything of that sort. And so I partnered with someone who knew all the information. And so because he knew all the information, he was able to get me and my mom for $63,000. And so I was young enough that it made me want to learn everything about finances, how to get money from banks, what they look for in applications, what makes you lendable, what makes you not lendable. And it started with just me looking at my credit, and my credit was messed up. I had student loans, I had a car repo, I had charge-off credit cards. So I didn't know anything about credit, but that was the major reason why I couldn't get access to capital from, a hard money lender or even Chase, Wells Fargo, any type of bank. And so I guess by me getting beat by $63,000, my tragedy turned into my triumph.
Wow, that's amazing. Great story, right? Well, not the beginning part, but
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So let me ask you this: if somebody's going from zero, how do they? If I'm starting at zero, what does somebody need to do in order to get access to? How much, business funding have you gotten access to in your career?
We've gotten over 200,000 collectively,
right?
With real estate and also with credit cards and stuff like that. So at least minimum 200,000, but really about 400,000.
So now, how does somebody start from zero? What do they do if I'm starting from zero to get to that point, particularly?
I mean, it's having a mindset. It's really having the right mindset for business. And really just understand that a lot of times you can fast track your success if you get access to other people's money. So really it's just having the mindset right, the right mindset. I mean, I think that a lot of times what happens is that you have to want to grow a business, scale a business, or at least start a business. That has to start with that, right? And then a lot of times I didn't come from money. So because I didn't come from money, right, it was something I had to learn. I had to learn, okay, so what does it look like when you want to get access to capital and you want to go do an application? What is a bank going to look for, right? So one of the things that banks look for is stability, right? So they want to see you've been at a job for a certain amount of time, 5 years or more. They want to see that you pretty much live at the same address, right? They want to see that you can be stable and that you can pretty much pay back the loan. So it's just understanding that you need to have the right mindset going into it. And then basically it's how you build your report. So a lot of times people talk about credit score, but it's really about structuring your credit report properly. So making sure you got some installment loans, making sure you got maybe an auto loan, making sure you got a few different major credit cards, Discover, Capital One. I like Navy Federal as a credit union, so having some major credit cards there. And you gotta start building it out properly first. And then from there, you can pretty much leverage it. And you can set up an LLC, S Corp, or C Corp, depending on what you're doing. And then pretty much when it goes to the business credit side, I mean, you can get multiple credit cards at 0% interest, 9 months, 12 months. And then you can pretty much use those business credit cards or use the funding to grow, scale, start your business. And I just advise, using it for marketing purposes. Or if you're in real estate, you can use it for real estate purposes as well. But it's really just understand how to structure your report properly. And so I would say learn, getting education, getting a mentor, getting a coach. A lot of times I think people try to do it on their own, and you can't really do it on your own. If you use the same thinking that you have that got you into a situation to get you out of it, it's not gonna work. So you gotta get access to coaching, you gotta get access to mentorship. And I would say that's the first thing. So starting from zero, I would go get a coach and get a mentor, depending on the different industries I'm in. So if it's real estate or if it's trucking or whatever business I want, I would get a mentor for that. And then I would get a mentor to understand how I can leverage the finances, the capital side to really grow, scale, start the business.
That's amazing. That's good, right? Can you guys hear us a little bit? Are we talking too fast, too slow? It's just like a
Nah, I
test
do-
group.
I
Like
do
when you
talk
make a
fast,
record, like a record, it's like, yeah, this is the test group. Are you nodding your heads? No, good. All right, awesome.
It's all good.
So
yeah.
if you can go back 10 years ago from this moment, based off what you know now, what would you tell the younger version of yourself?
Yeah, I would just say to one, just study financial literacy, like I was telling you earlier, because I think that when you think about school, right, you go to school 7 to 3, 8 to 4, they don't teach you anything about financial literacy, nothing about taxes, nothing about getting money from the banks, nothing about starting a business. It really teaches you how to be an employee. So I would just say that for me, at 22 years old, I would want to unlearn everything that I was indoctrinated with when it comes to school per se, right? And then I would want to start learning what business owners do, what successful people do. I would start reading more books. I would kind of tap more into information about being a business owner and an entrepreneur, because at the end of the day, it's about ownership, right? A lot of times, like growing up, we're not taught to own anything. We're always taught to work for somebody who owns something, right? And so it's really about getting ownership. You really can't create wealth in America if you don't really own anything. Even if it's a stock portfolio, if you invest outside of what you do, if you're talking about crypto, things like that, it still has to be where, one, you're not just working for money or exchanging time for money, because time is a limited resource, right? Like if you're exchanging hours for dollars, it's a limited resource, if that makes sense. So it's really just about putting yourself in a position to own, understanding investing, understanding, like I said, financial literacy. So I would really tell myself to study financial literacy. And then you gotta have a great work ethic, you gotta have the right mindset, and you gotta get around coaches and mentors who have done better than you, made more money than you, been in different situations than you, and seeing how you can pick up the success part that they leave, because success leaves clues.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So my next question is this: for somebody who's maybe in the crowd that wants to get into the credit space, the financial, literacy space,
Right.
being a financial analyst. This is a good fly. This is good, right?
Yeah.
I made it on my phone in
Yeah.
5 minutes. Serious.
Yeah.
You learn to do stuff when you can't outsource or you don't want to. But that's a great picture, bro. You look
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So my next question is for those people who want to get started in what it is that you're doing. How can somebody get started, and what's the most amount of money that somebody can make doing what it is that you do?
So I know people that make millions. You could definitely make a multiple six-figure income. I would tell anybody right now that you can start a funding business, because a lot of time selling money is one of the easiest businesses, right? Like if you're selling money, or if you're in a business where you help people get loans, if you help people get credit cards, you help people get real estate loans, mortgage loans, any type of loan, if you sell money, it's one of the easiest things to sell, because everybody wants money, right? So I would tell people, yeah, sometimes. Depending on if they got the right mindset though, right? If they got the right mindset.
Like selling alcohol or jackets.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not the easiest.
Yeah. Some people don't like paying interest, but it's just dealing with the people that got the right mindset. Most people that don't really want to pay interest is because they have an employee mindset. That's how I would think about it, right? If you have the right mindset, you're going to leverage the money, you're going to make more money than whatever the interest is going to be. But I just think it's easier because everybody still wants money. It's like, if I say, hey, you want money, you want to make money, or hey, if I can get you more capital, most people are like, yeah, they're interested in hearing about how they can get more capital. So I would just tell people to start a funding business. You can charge people 10% of whatever they pretty much get access to. So if someone gets access to $50,000, you made $5,000, and pretty much there's not a whole lot of fulfillment to it. If you understand data points, what banks to go to, how to get access to applications, and you can pretty much walk people to money, and then they're going to pay you willingly. So
You got Dennis. Dennis is a fan. Dennis told me outside this is his second event. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate you. Dennis, I asked Dennis from a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think about this event? He said 10 being the highest. Dennis said it's 7.5. I'll take it.
At least he was honest.
That means that we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So my last question is this, and after this, guys, we'll do a little bit more networking, and we'll take 7 to 10 minutes when the next person comes up. Make sure you meet as many people as possible here. I'm telling you, eventually this room will have hundreds and hundreds of people. Trust me, I've seen it happen before, right? It's our first time doing it here. My last question is this, when you hear the phrase secure your future, what does that mean to you?
It's really just about generational wealth. Hustling for your last name, not your first name. I have a daughter. She started private school. She's been in private school. So basically, I make sure that what I'm doing is not just about me, but it's making sure that I can secure her future, right? Making sure I can put her into the right position so that she don't have to worry about either working or whatever she really wants to do. So I think for anybody, right, when it comes to securing your future, it's not just about you, but doing it for your kids and doing it for future generations. A lot of times, like my parents, she just went to work. So I started at zero. My mom went to work, my dad went to work, so I started at zero. So if we can actually have our kids start beyond zero, to me, that's a great start. So I think that's really what securing your future is about, just doing it for your kids and making sure they don't have to start at zero.
All right, thank you, appreciate it. That was good, right? It's fire.
Yeah, I'm always happy.
Bigger Grizzly. All right, y'all. So, welcome again to the Business and Entrepreneurship Networking Experience at Blue Martini. How y'all doing? Y'all just walked in. Hey, where you guys from?
Connecticut.
Oh, really? Hey, I have friends in
Connecticut in
Stanford.
the building.
Yeah, I got friends in Stanford and Bridgeport. I was up there not too long, a couple years ago. So, what brings you guys here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that-
Just walk us the stairs.
Well, hey, there you go. There you go. It's happy hour till 9, by the way. So go ahead
So
and
hopefully we
indulge.
share some good information while they're here. Then.
Right.
That'll be good.
All right, y'all. So listen. So we have another special guest up here. My name is Amari. Welcome to the experience. We host these things, all over the state of Florida and even in Georgia at this moment. Some events we have 50 people. Some events we have 250 people. It just depends. This is our first one here, so we're excited to kind of start this type of night off, and we're gonna be here October 9th again. It's gonna be amazing. But we have a special guest. So I guess what we'll do is introduce yourself and tell the people how you bring value in what you do.
Well, I'm Grizzly. Real name Osiris, but everybody call me Grizzly, like the bear. So how do I bring value? I mean, I create everybody content. I'm content king. Like I like to say, content is king. So I shoot a lot of music videos. The big brand, shout out to Sway. I shoot everything for Sway.
Shout out Sway.
And we just do a lot of work, just building brands, taking their brand to the next level.
Right. So and that's amazing. So I actually met Grizzly. You came to an event during Art Basel. We didn't really know each other then, but we were on our way to Croatia on a plane, and he happened to be on the same plane as me. And I didn't even realize it was him. But when I saw him walk by, I was like I know you. And then the rest is history. So he's a really incredible person. He's very talented when it comes to creative content. And the first thing I had on there actually, what did I have on there before?
I don't know. I
Not
can't
that.
remember. Yeah, not
Right? He was like, bro, we gotta put like creative director or something. I was like, all right, we'll put that. And it makes sense because he's not just a photographer. He's not just a videographer. He's somebody who produces content. He's somebody who puts things together. And for me personally, I believe that everybody should build their audience, right? It doesn't matter if you are, it doesn't matter what you do. I think, especially in the time of social media, you should spend time building your audience online and offline. But you can reach more people online. These events started happening because I had a little bit of a social media presence, and I would just promote them through my stories, and people would see it, and people would start coming until we get bigger and bigger. So I believe in content creation, and this is why I wanted to have him, up here speaking about it. You're the first person ever that's spoken about what you do in our circle. So
Yeah, I appreciate
you're
it.
amazing. So I guess the first thing I'm gonna say is, if you can go back 10 years ago, based off what you know now, what would you tell yourself?
Crazy enough, I'm in year 10, full time. So I've been
Congrats.
chasing this dream, or doing this dream for 10 years straight. I celebrate it next month, November 23rd. Well,
Let's give it up for him. 10 years in the game.
so I've been 10 years in the game. Shout out to my wife who helped me start my career in it and believed in me and told me to do it. Well, if I can go back and tell myself something, it would be to just keep going. Don't lose focus. Keep believing in yourself. Because I think that's what a lot of creators, or directors, or photographers, they doubt themselves a lot. They're like, oh man, everything ain't going smooth, it's not going right, or it's not moving fast enough, I'm not making enough money. The money will come the longer you put the work in. And when the money comes, it's gonna come in abundance. So you gotta have your faith in God, because without God, I won't be here. I'm heavy on that. Like, without God, none of this is possible. So I always tell my wife, like, she like say, oh, you know where you're going? I'm like, nah, God's my GPS. I'm always know where I'm going. So in my career, I use it in my career also too.
That's dope. How can somebody get started in what you're doing? Or, matter of fact, what got you started, in this industry of creative direction?
All right, so for me, my dream is really to keep this going and being directed for movies. So growing up, I grew up in Carol City. Movies helped me, when I watch movies, help me escape my reality, because I grew up in a hard neighborhood. So I wanted to create so people can see my stuff and think about other things too. Like, oh, when I did this photo shoot with Grizzly, I felt like I was really in Spain when we shot it, probably in a studio somewhere. You know, so I always wanted to create to make people feel happy and welcome and make them feel like they're on a different journey. So for me, that's what made me really get into it. Like I was like, man, I just want to feel like I'm in a different place. You know, so that's why I did it.
What's the difference between when you started in terms of the type of content that you were making to now? Like, you know, how did you even get this far? Because I was just watching your page. I watch your page all the time, and you were just like low key. I don't know what you were doing, but it looked like you were filming some type of movie, some type of like. It was more than just a music video.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, yeah, what was that all about?
I have a short film I just worked on this summer. My very first short film I took very serious. We will be airing it during my party. So everybody, you know, that's at the party. Everybody's welcome to come. November 23rd.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there.
Support
Support
the short film. My brother is actually in it. My wife is in it also too. We actually threw her in the last minute. I wrote it literally that morning while I was driving to the set. But I'm literally directing my first short. I directed my first short film that I took very serious, and it'll be out this year for sure.
All right, that's dope. Now, what's the most amount of money that somebody can make doing what it is that you do?
I mean, the money really is endless. You know, at this point, if I'm being frank, I done made $25,000 one month, $30,000. Or sometimes you have money, you make $5,000. It's all about being organized. Stay organized with your finances. I know I have a wife and a kid, so I handle my family first, and all the play stuff, and that can happen later. But you can easily clear over 20,000, quarter million easy, you know, in this field.
Is having a family, does that make you more responsible in the business and entrepreneurship world rather than when you didn't have a family?
Oh, definitely, most definitely. Because you know, you move further when you're thinking about the other people behind you. You know, you can't. They always say you move further ahead when you got a team with you. So my wife is my team, my child, my daughter is still my team. I think about all the time when I'm traveling. This year I traveled out the country 7 times in a row. I'm thinking about my daughter that motivates me. You know, so my wife motivates me. So definitely, you would definitely go further when you got that family. I always think a man is more grounded when he has a woman in his corner, to be honest with you. You tend to you seem to focus up a little bit more. I mean, I'm not saying, if you dating, that's different. Or you got that wife, you know you got that family to take care of, or you move on a different purpose. You know, so definitely that family can motivate you to move a little further.
Did you ever think that, you know, being in filmography, photography, you know, being a creative, did you ever think that you would be able to travel all across the world like you've been, especially recently?
I didn't think it happened this year. I knew it was coming. I always tell my wife, I say, hey, you know it's gonna be crazy when I travel the world with this camera. Like I say that with this camera, now my talent is my talent. I can't just give you a camera, you don't do me. But I say it because it's like that camera took me around the world literally. Like, I get paid to travel around the world. I pay for no flights, no stay, no food. I get paid for days I'm not even working when I'm there. So I'm like, all because I grabbed this camera and I believed in myself to say I can create so much with this one camera. I remember with one camera I bought, I probably made like $100,000 a year with one camera. And it was like, this is like a long time ago. It was like, this camera, not in great quality when you think about it today's cameras. You know, I'm like, wow, like I really did that. Or I really did that with that one lens I bought when I first started my career. I had a little 50 millimeter about the size of that lens. And everybody, oh, the shoot's dope. I'm doing it with one lens, and that's all I got. And I'm just saving up and buy more equipment and stuff like that. So I knew I was gonna hit the road traveling really soon. I felt it in my soul. Did I think it was gonna come like this? No. In 1 year, I think I was going out of the country 7 times. That's kind of crazy. I was thinking about leaving the country 7 times. So it was wild, and it hit me like that. Like God said, He'll bless you in abundance. You know, so it came that way.
That's dope. Now, for the audience out here, for somebody who doesn't have access to a camera, or maybe they just have their cell phone, what are some tips that you can give them that, you know, practically to help them build their brand, help them build their audience, you know, just by maybe using just a cell phone or just getting started?
If you're using a cell phone or a camera, it really don't matter. Today's iPhones are so powerful. For example, I shot a commercial with Sway. We shot Croatia. 2 clips and that was from a cell phone. Because I was out traveling. I was like, dang, I got no camera on me. I shot ProRes, shot on my phone, and I edited it so well, nobody's gonna tell. You don't know what part it is.
I couldn't tell.
And you was there in Croatia. You like, so what? You shot on the phone. So don't let that be an excuse not to create content for your brand. If you can't afford a person that create it for you, grab your phone, post, and post. And don't be afraid to post. I have that problem myself too. I'll be kind of stingy with my posting. I guess that I treat my page almost like an art gallery. I'm like very selective. But if you know your brand, you just need to post and let people notice you. Because, you know, Instagram is already refreshing 24/7. So if you post it once in a blue moon, you're forgotten. You get what I'm saying? So at least posting your story every day you can, and just post.
There you go. So my last question is this. You know, when you hear the phrase "secure your future," you know, what does that mean particularly to you?
I guess for me, it is to work hard now, so that way down the line I can relax and chill. So I'm gonna secure it right now. I'm gonna put all the time in I can on this God green earth, because I don't know how long we're gonna be here. So I just try to grind it out, and I hate to say the word grind, because you don't want to run yourself in the ground, literally. You know, you want to kind of like flourish and be happy at what you're doing. But like that picture right there, I'm smiling. I'm always trying to stay happy at the end of the day. You know, life's too short to be worrying about nicky-tack things and stuff like that. Like if I can wake up in the morning and do what I love to do, I mean, like when I literally wake up, I'll be like, thank you, God. My wife, I'll be like, thank you. Because I'm just here. People wake up and die of natural causes when they sleep. So it's like, I'm already blessed once I even the feet touch the floor. So right now I'm just, okay, let's go do some more of my dreams. So there's no chasing your dream. You are doing your dream every day that you're on this earth. You're doing it. There's no chasing it. You're living in it right now. Before you look up, if you want to be a doctor, you're going to be in med school, you're going to wake up, you're going to be a doctor out of nowhere. One day you're going to wake up at your bed and say, damn, oh, doc, I really did it. Oh, that's wild. Or I'm doing a clothing brand. Out of nowhere, oh, I'm in stores. I'm in all these stores, like out of nowhere. So, it died. So out of nowhere, things can happen. It can change for you in a blink of an eye. Because I remember when I started Grizzly Films, I feel like it was yesterday. And that was 10 years ago. So how crazy is that? You know, so you're securing it by doing everything you're going to do one day at a time. There's no race, there's no rush. Just take your time and just chase it every day.
Well, let's give it up for Grizz.
Thank you.
So let's just do this. If you guys will all pull out your phones really quick. Pull out your phones really quick. Pull out your phone.
We see that in Croatia.
And I guess he's blocking it a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But if you can follow Grizzly Films on Instagram. I should have did this with you, Chief. I apologize.
I followed him.
Okay, I followed you too.
I follow instructions.
And then follow his Instagram. You know, you never know if you may need some film work or some production. That'll be great. You can even just take a little video or like a boomerang and just tag him really quick. Show love, but yeah, congrats. Thank you. How was that? That was good, right?
Hello.
All right, that was a joke, but she definitely looks like Lindsay Lohan just a little bit, you know.
I get it sometimes, yeah.
You know. All right, so you guys having a good time tonight? You guys having a good time? Good. So I just want to say thank you for coming out again. My name is Amari. I am one of the hosts of, I guess, the Secure Your Future Global Networking group community, and we're excited to be here. And so we're gonna introduce our next person. So I guess what we can do is just introduce yourself. As you can see here.
Health strategist.
Yeah. Introduce yourself and tell the people how you bring value, what you do.
Okay, so my name is Arabella and I'm a naturopath and nutritional therapist. Can you hear me? Is it loud enough? We're good? I'm a naturopath and nutritional therapist and I specialize in healing chronic and incurable disease and symptoms. So anything ranging from bloating, anxiety, depression, anything that you're really like low energy, all the way up to cancer, autoimmune conditions, but everything is holistic and focused on healing the whole person.
Let's
go.
That was good. That was like a thesis statement. I like it. So what got you into this particular field?
So when I was 20, I was diagnosed with an incurable condition and the doctors told me there was nothing I could do to heal. And I remember just feeling like, no, absolutely not. I don't want to live like this. So I just had this feeling of no, and I went down a healing path and a journey and ended up healing myself. And the doctor said it was a miracle, but it wasn't a miracle. It was really simple and obvious to me. So I studied it for a long time, and I'm 9 years in to studying, yeah.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah.
So 9 years ago, you were diagnosed with something, and then you didn't really want to accept that, and you decided to take, matters into your own hands, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. I guess in this business and entrepreneurship space, how is it, or what are some of the things that you've had to do in order to take your journey into your own hands?
So health-wise, I had to decide that anything was possible. If you want to have incredible health, you want to have a thriving business, if you want to have literally anything that you want in life, you have to decide that it's first possible, and you have to change your belief systems to align with what you want in life. And so the belief is the most important part, because if you believe anything is possible, you'll wake up and you'll try. But if you don't believe you can do it, you won't even bother.
So let me ask you this question. If you can go back 10 years ago, if you can go back, right, 10 years ago,
Yeah.
Based off what you know now, what would you tell the younger version of yourself?
Anything is possible. Believe in yourself. You know, I had zero belief in myself. I didn't do this and like decide I was going to create a 6-figure business and help people heal. I was just putting one foot in front of the other, and like everything was foggy. But I just decided I'm just going to keep following God, keep following the feeling, and it led me to the perfect place. You know, like if you have an idea inside you that you want to create something that is different, it's new, you want to carve your own path, there is nothing to follow. So you just have to literally put one foot in front of the other and just keep going, and the path will reveal itself.
So what are some of the most practical ways that the people in the audience here can take away that, you know, that will help them be, I guess, more healthier? You know, what are some of the things that people can take away today and do on a practical level in order to become more healthier?
Yeah. I think that a lot of people think that health is just about what you eat, but health is really mind, body, soul. So it's the health of your relationships, the health of your business, it's the health of what you see when you look in the mirror, and everything works together for good and all is connected. So if you have a mental health condition, you have anxiety, you have depression, it's understanding that you are a whole person and the whole of you needs to be addressed, not just the disease. And also understanding that anything is possible. Like in a practical way would be to just look, like if you've ever done the Wheel of Life, does anyone know what the Wheel of Life is? No?
No.
Google the Wheel of Life. I teach it in all my programs. You look at the Wheel of Life, you fill it out, and it shows you different areas of your life that you need improvement in. You fill it out, health is one of them, but if you have a chronic disease or a condition or you have a symptom that you're struggling with, it's understanding that the whole of you needs healing. It's not just about that specific symptom or disease. It's about understanding that even when you take a walk, even when you go for lunch with a friend, you're helping your health.
That was amazing. That was good. That was good. So, what's the difference between somebody getting better, you know, health-wise, from a non-holistic standpoint, like a medicine standpoint, and then a holistic standpoint? What are the main differences?
The major difference is that Western medicine, as one of you in the crowd knows, as the pharmacist that. So Western medicine is about treating the body as a machine. So like if this part is not functioning, then we'll replace it or we'll treat the symptom. If you imagine like, has anyone seen like the iceberg? You know, like the picture of the iceberg. And the disease and the symptoms that you're experiencing are the tip of the iceberg. What's actually going on, the root cause of what's happening for you is so many different pieces that all work together. And so the main difference between Western medicine and holistic is that Western views you as a machine and holistic views you as more of a garden and understanding you're a whole person, a whole being. And Western medicine is designed to treat symptoms. Holistic medicine is designed to help you heal. So two very different things. And this isn't shade to Western medicine. Because if I get in a car accident and I need a heart transplant, like sign me the fuck up. This is my language. But if you want to heal, that's when you have to go to holistic medicine because that's the big difference.
There's some. I think a lot of people think that. I don't know. Is there a price structure difference from somebody going the more holistic way rather than the medicinal way? Is there a price difference in terms of you have to have? It costs more to go holistic, or it costs less to go holistic. It costs more to go medicinal. It costs less to go medicinal. What does that look like?
Well, it depends if you're looking at short-term or long-term, right? Because short-term, you may benefit from just paying for the medication. But long-term, you want to look at your longevity and what is your health and your life worth to you, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't have good health, how are you trying to make good money, right? Because your health and your energy is your currency. So if you want to make really good money in your life and you want to do amazing things or you want to achieve your dreams, you need to be in a vessel that can think clearly, that has good energy, that wakes up, that feels like motivated and has a vibe. And your health is the root of that. So making money is amazing, but when you work on your health, the rest just takes care of itself because you will have the confidence to ask for a raise because you feel amazing, you have a good night's sleep, you have energy. But when you don't have good health, as I'm sure many of you know, when you're struggling with your mental health, getting through the day is so hard and you're just surviving. You're just struggling. And so how are you trying to launch a business or have amazing incredible things in your life, including relationships, all the things that you want if you don't have good health, right? And so health is the most important thing.
Now on the business side, right? Now on the business side and the entrepreneurship side, what is, I guess, the most amount of money somebody can make from teaching what it is that you do or doing what it is that you do?
Yeah. So my business is currently 6 figures. We're working towards 7. But honestly, you can make a lot of money doing what I do because health is the most important thing. But I think you can make a lot of money doing whatever you want. It's just about the right marketing, the right strategy, and the right product. And at the end of the day, like, health is the most important thing in your entire life. But Instagram has been a huge platform for me in making money. I don't make money anywhere else except from Instagram. I don't market myself. I have a wait list. I have never marketed myself anywhere other than social media. And that has been the biggest impact because all I do is I share my message. Like, if you have a story, tell it. Because people don't want to just buy your product, they want to buy into you. That's why branding works so well. Because when you, like, we could be wearing the same t-shirt, yours is branded, mine's not, everyone wants what you've got. Why? Because their favorite celebrity owns that brand. So everything is more about who you are and who you're choosing to be versus just the product that you have. So when you just tell your story and you show people who you are, people want to buy it from you. Like my guy over here that has a clothing brand, right? Amazing clothes, I love them. I want to buy them also because they're from you, right? If I just saw that on Instagram, I maybe wouldn't care about it as much. So it's really about just being yourself and letting people see you, and people want to buy from you.
No, that's amazing. I believe that. Give a round of applause for that, by the way. And you know, one of the things that we've done, you know, recently, we just had something called like a Build Your Audience Challenge where like 64 people joined. You know, we're teaching them how to build an audience, how to build newsletters, how to do email campaign, and you know, Instagram, you know, automations, all those things. And I believe in building your audience. So congrats on that. But let me ask you this question: is it easier to build your brand online, or is it, in your opinion, easier to build your brand offline? And I guess, why do you need both?
An online presence, I was saying this earlier, is like your business card. It's your portfolio. And I truly believe it's so easy to build a business online. Like, yes, it's hard. Everything is hard. Choose your hard, right? Of course, it comes with challenges, but being able to just make money by being who you are is perfect. And every single one of you has a unique talent that other people need, right? And there's value in that. And I think it's just really recognizing your value and understanding that nobody can do it like you, right? Like, there are so many people that are qualified in the same ways that I am, but nobody can do it like me. And they're not reaching the people the same way I am, because yes, I'm a naturopath and nutritional therapist, and I can help you heal chronic symptoms of disease. But if you're, for example, a young woman, who are you going to choose? Like the old person in the office, or are you going to choose me? Right? Like, I know who I choose. And so it's really about, people will choose me because they relate to me. So every single person will have people relate to you. So it doesn't matter how many other people are doing what you do. At the end of the day, just by being yourself, you will have the right people find you.
So what are some steps that people in the audience can do in order to share their story online and build their presence online using social media, using Instagram? What are some practical steps that they can take away?
Just tell your story and find out what's different about it. Like, find out what's unique about you and just share it, and know that people will find you. And also focus on your health, because when you feel healthy and you're not struggling with mental health conditions, it's much easier to just show up and be you.
No, that's dope. Give her a round of applause so far. She's doing great, right? Yo, this is good. This is good. I like this. I like this. So my next question is this. Well, I want to say this. So I believe in health as well. I think the more healthy you are, the longer you have, you know, the longer opportunity you have in order to build wealth, right? If you read a book called Think and Grow Rich, it says that most people gain most of their wealth after the age of 40. So if you're here long enough, you'll eventually start to build wealth, which makes sense. And the healthier you are, you know, the better it is. And my grandmother has Alzheimer's. She got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, I think, like 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided to start taking my health more serious. You know, I'm not like the healthiest in the world, but you know, I do try to stay as healthy as possible. And I do believe that, you know, when you feel good, you play good. You know, when you play good, when you feel good, you play good. When you play good, you get paid. You know, so on and so forth. And that's very important. So, you know, health is very important, guys. You know, take it serious. You know, so this is great. My last question is this: when you hear the phrase "secure your future," what does that necessarily mean to you?
I feel like that goes without saying, but care about your health. You know, as you were just saying about Alzheimer's, you may get a diagnosis at 70, but it starts when you're 30. You know, cancer, Alzheimer's, these kind of diseases, they start when you are waking up tired and you need coffee to function, and then your digestion is a little bit off. Your symptoms are signals, and these are signals, communication from your body signaling to you that your body needs support, your body wants your love, your body needs you. And at the end of the day, like, if you really want to have an incredible life and not just live till 80, but be 80 and be healthy and be able to get out of bed and function and thrive and like pick up your grandkids and spin them round, that's longevity. That's what secure your future means to me. And you really have to focus on your health. Like, I only cared about my health when it was getting taken away from me and I thought my life was over. And you're probably going to be the same. But if I could give you one piece of advice, it would be care about your health before things really go wrong. Because at the end of the day, you have so much more power than you think to take care of your health now. And honestly, if I could give you one piece of advice that will probably surprise you, it's to focus on joy. Because joy is the #1 healer. And if you truly experience joy, it is the opposite of being in a state of stress. And stress is the #1 cause of all symptoms and disease. So don't underestimate don't underestimate how important joy is in your life and for your health. And trust me, I know how every single cell in your body functions and works, every single system. And I have studied the mind, body, and soul and how they're all connected for 9 years now. And I will say that joy is one of the most important parts of you having incredible health. So long-winded, but to secure your future, experience joy and understand that that actually is impacting your health too, and you don't have to worry so much.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, let's go. All right, so everybody pull out your cell phones really quick. Pull out your phones. Yes,
Thank
pull out
you.
your phones really quick. And we're all gonna go, shout out Sam. Sam, we love you still. You'll be on here soon. I think you're blocking it.
Huh?
You're blocking it.
The what? Oh.
So if you can follow her on Instagram, the Arabella Solution. Definitely give her a shout. Her Instagram page is very vibrant. You know, she actually does a good job of telling her story on her page. Yeah, so the Arabella Solution. Health
Thank
strategy.
you. Nice to meet you.
So wait, health strategy. So in 2 words, because you were like,
He was asking me for 2 words to describe what I do, and I don't have 2.
wait, hold on. Based off what she said, do you guys think, would you
I
guys
think it's
consider
good.
her a health strategist in a way? You like that, right?
Listen, I'm into it. Health strategist, yeah, vibe.
That's fire. All right, come sit right down. All right. All right, give her a round of applause, guys.
Thank you.
All right, Alex.
Thank
We're
you.
done. We're good. We're good. Yeah. That's it.
Thank you, love.
But sit down. I wanna get like a little video.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's happy hour until 9 o'clock, guys. Get some food, get some drinks, network with some people. Get a name tag if you don't have a name tag. If you don't have one, all good. But yeah. Wow, that was 17 minutes.
17?
That's good.
Damn.
See a picture.